Welcome to the Besties Podcast on Besties Radio. Hello, everyone. Welcome again to the Besties Podcast. Tonight, we have some dynamic business owners. We have Miss Crystal Irvin of Gobeautifull and Taryn of Dream Boss Bay. And of course, you have Simply Naima and Alter Ego, your host. So today we're going to be talking about matters of the heart. We're going to be getting a little personal today, but it's all because we want to encourage you to go after your dreams, despite whatever may come your way. So let's start with Ms. Crystal. You want to just introduce yourself and your business to everyone?
Good evening, everyone. This is Crystal Irvin. I am the owner of Gobeautifull SkinCare. It's a vegan line for women of color, men of color, people with color to their skin, basically. So,
okay, and we all use her products. Keeps my melanin glowing. Chocolate and vanilla over there. Okay, and Taryn, let's hear a little bit about you and your business.
I'm Taryn, and I'm a serial entrepreneur. So if you name it, I'll probably do it, did it, or planning on doing it.
Okay. So I've known you two ladies for a long time in Facebook world. You are like two of my Facebook BFFs. So I know a little bit about your story and kind of the different changes that you guys have gone through. So who wants to start? Just tell us a little bit about how you got to where you are, you know, what challenges you may have faced, just to get the conversation rolling.
So I got where I am now by failing hard, failing horribly. I started with a weave company. I got really popular, like really fast, and I did not know what I was doing. So I ruined my entire business. Just ruined it. Like, just to be honest there, that's totally what I did. However, I learned from that. I learned that people kind of like me a little bit and people like what I'm doing, but maybe I should follow through a little bit. Like, for example, tonight, Khadijah knows I don't follow through on stuff, and she probably thought I wasn't going to even do the podcast. But those failings taught me when you have opportunities, you got to follow through with them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I mean, a lot of the most successful people you hear say get used to failing. You know, you have to fail forward. That's what they say. You know, you fail a couple of times before you even reach that level of success. So when you first started the hair business, what would you like? Why do you feel as though you were a failure? What happened? Why did you have to close your business?
Part of it was my ego. I was doing techniques that people weren't doing yet. Like, people weren't doing lace wigs and all that stuff the way they are now. So one was my ego. Two was not having any type of system in place for if I got sick or I wasn't able to fulfill my orders. Mm-hmm. And I had no money management system. So like, I didn't have a bank account set aside for my business. I wasn't paying myself and putting money back into my business. I was just like going to the hibachi every weekend, you know, like balling. That's how I was feeling. So I learned that those are probably things you shouldn't do, you know.
Right.
We have systems in place.
And then, Crystal, I know, you know, you had some challenges with, you know, your baby. So how do you overcome that to still move forward with your business and still fulfill orders and still handle the everyday life that you have? Because you have, how many children do you have total?
5.
Right. So you have 5 children. So
yeah. Being an entrepreneur is, I think people they get I don't know, lustful when you say entrepreneur, because they automatically think, oh, you're in business by yourself. You have a business, you're balling, you're booming, you're doing this, but not understanding that it takes a lot of 25/8 work. And with my son is he's special needs, and he is part of 1/4 of the reason why I started my company. When he was born, he was 1 pound 1 ounce, and he was in a NICU for 11 months. And even though we have, wonderful healthcare then, well, still now, and we didn't have to pay bills, hospital bills right away. However, going up to the hospital every day, parking was $4. You don't think $4 is much, but when you're going up there twice a day, 7 days a week for 11 months, it adds up. And you have 4 other children at home who don't eat air, who are looking at you like, Mom, can I have my waffles and my bacon and my eggs scrambled with cheese, and not just any cheese? Can I have provolone? So I started looking around for ways to, supplement my income, because I couldn't work because I was at the hospital all day. And of course I couldn't work overnight because I had to be a mom, be here with the kids. So I was looking for, and they prepared me for when he came home that he couldn't have lots of smells because he has chronic lung. He was coming home on oxygen. My living room was a full medical unit, and I had to take away all smells. But, we women like to smell good, and a lot of our skincare products had scents to them. So I looked and did some research about things that we could use that would also not harm our skin, would not hurt the environment, would not hurt his lungs. And Gobeautifull was founded. And working with him and having nurses in the house 16 hours a day took a lot of time management, a lot of scheduling, a lot of doing things in the wee hours of the morning when I had time in between nursing shift, in the middle of the night when he laid down to sleep and the other kids were asleep and schoolwork was done. Finding the time to do it, because this had to work for us.
Am I on mute? I'm not good. Crystal is one of our besties that I really, really admire, because I watch you and your family a lot. You integrate so much comedy and everything with regard to your family and your life, and and that transparency I think is important. So that's one of the things that I admire about you most. Like, you really, really show resilience as a business owner. And you're so transparent about it. And I use your coffee mask as an exfoliant. Yes. I appreciate you. I use your oil. And it really, really works wonders. So, you are really doing it. You encourage me, so much. Just the resilience that all our besties show. And one of the things that, I wanted to ask you is, how do you go about managing kind of like your own mental health? How do you implement your own self-care? Particularly with your own skincare products and things like that, but how do you extend beyond your customers or, to your own self?
That is a work in progress. And it's not something that happens overnight. It's not something that happens, instantly. And I work with this and I deal with this every day, taking time for myself, whether it be in doing whatever it is that I want to do. People seem to think that I am this domesticated diva. Well, diva is pretty much, yeah, right. But domesticated, not so much. Like I can get really thug, thorough, ratchet. And if that is the mood that I'm in, then that's what I do. I will turn on the Too Short. I will turn on NWA. I will turn on Lil Kim.
Yeah.
I will turn on Tupac. My kids know if they hear Tupac playing, they need to go someplace, because my mama is she's on one. She's on one. And whatever it is, when and I get that question a lot about how do I take time for myself, or when do I do it? It's not something that I plan, because when I plan it, it almost always never happens because I planned it. And I feel like for me, if I plan it, then other things that I plan can take place of that. So for me, when I plan my mental health days or my mental health moments, it's never unplanned. It's just spur of the moment. Sometimes either if I'm in the car running errands and I'm like, you know what, I don't need to run this errand that fast. Let me slow down, and I will go down to Kelly Drive, get my favorite meals and sit there and watch the water and watch that people watch, or listen to some music and not think of anything. I have a complete brain dump. I'm not thinking about kids. I'm not thinking about food. I'm not thinking about bills. I'm not thinking about business. It's just my mind is empty. Whatever comes in, and it goes right back out. And it happens that way. Sometimes it will lead me to a little massage parlor down in Chinatown. I'll tell you about it one day. Not on air, but yeah. And sometimes it'll lead me to one hole in the wall bars in the cut that that's open 24 hours that you need a special knock to get in.
Crystal.
I'm just saying this is for me. This is what works for me.
Right.
And
that's fine. Whatever works for you to help you relax, I think is perfectly fine. Because like when I was doing my failing stage, I realized I was failing because I was pregnant with my fourth baby that the person I was with assured me that he could not have. He was schizophrenic and going through episodes. My mother was slowly dying. And I had all these other kids and stuff to take care of. And I thought that was all those things were a good excuse to my customers, and they're not, because they don't care. It's not their problem.
Right.
And when I realized what I want to hear that, like seriously, like I would be like, oh my God, girl, I feel so bad for you, but my product. So when should I expect it and get it? What's going on? And I think that going through all of that stuff helped me learn that the stuff that I thought was big then, it's nowhere near that big now. Like when I'm making my business decisions now, I'm not like, okay, so we got to eat tonight. So I need to make sure that I get this wig. So, because if not, I don't get this wig, so we might not eat the rent due tomorrow or whatever. And my anxiety isn't through the roof. My anxiety, it got so bad. I had a heart attack at 34 and almost died. I lost everything. Me and my kids were homeless. We were living in a homeless shelter. And I just was like, I don't even know how to get out of this. I don't even know what to do next. But I started my business from like the homeless shelter table. Because I'm like, there is no way in hell this is my end. This can't be. This is not my end.
I invited you two on here because I talk a lot about discipline and being resilient and pushing forward. But at the same time, me and Naima always talk about, listen, you have to take time for yourself. Like all that stuff can wait. So you really have to find balance. You have to, be disciplined and knowing that, and be resilient too. But you have to be disciplined in your business, but at the same time, find that balance to say, listen, I'm important too. My customers are important. My business is important because I need that to feed my family. But at the end of the day, if I'm not here, nobody can eat at the end of the day.
Yeah, for me, I felt like my work was, I come from like the nonprofit world. Like most of my work is in, professional nonprofits. That's my passion. It's my life's work. It's going to continue to be my life's work. And sometimes in that field, you're juggling so much because you're dealing with other people's problems. You're dealing with community issues. And I'm an empath. So I take on that stuff wholeheartedly. I'm always in solution mode. And 20 years ago, I was able to juggle 15 or 20 projects successfully with no problem and really no issues with me physically. It wouldn't manifest in me physically. I wouldn't be exhausted. I wouldn't be tired. I wouldn't be stressed. I felt like I was in my prime. But now, 20 years later, 5 children later, a husband, a sick dad, and a sick grandpa, I had to start compartmentalizing and saying no to a lot of stuff, and really prioritizing, my work and my personal stuff. And for me, it meant taking a kind of like a sabbatical from work, like saying my focus is my family. Like I'm really family oriented, and that's what drives me. And me giving the time that I need to my family isn't going to be a barrier to me doing what it is that I feel like I need to do in my community, right? Like my purpose is always centered around that. But in all of that, I was forgetting myself. So I've never had issues with my pressure until 2 or 3 months ago. Now I have elevated pressure. I'm trying not to take a pressure pill, so I'm doing all of my healthy things like sea moss. Shout out to the sea moss sellers and my black seed oil, like just kind of like institute my natural healing. Crystal, your CBD has been wonderful. You guys know I'm pro hemp and CBD, but just trying to institute some other holistic methods. When COVID came, other things that I used to do like chiropractic care and acupuncture, those things kind of were like at a halt. So that self-care component for me, has always been paramount. And listening to you all, Crystal, and Taryn, just your stories of resilience, is so important, because most of us always think that we're going through it by ourselves. And I have been reading this book, Start a 501c3 nonprofit that doesn't ruin your life. Like, because sometimes you got to go back, and do your homework and do your research and kind of like have some, validation from other professionals in the field. And that's what I've been doing. And one of the things that this attorney, Audrey, was talking about was just how when you're going through these things, and when you're trying to establish your nonprofits, and when you're trying to establish your business, the importance of being around like-minded people and other people, so that you realize that you're not going through all of these challenges by yourself. So that's why I really, really appreciate you ladies for being, so willing to share your stories, because we all need to hear it so that we can maintain that resilience, together.
So we have, let's see what the comments say. They just said that they love Crystal's face scrub and the CBD. So what her phone must have lost connection, but I was going to ask, talking about self-care, what do you do for self-care? Like, what is your self-care regimen? What do? You smoke, you drink, you
my self-care.
Well, nobody else knows you, okay?
This is part of my self-care.
Come through.
I smoke. I'm just gonna be honest. I'm a weed mom. I'm not a wine mom, so to speak, but I'm for sure a weed mom. Smoking. My mom was a big smoker, and she was a hippie, so smoking reminds me of good times that I had with my mom. I know a lot of people probably don't feel like that's proper, but hey, we had some good times. It makes me feel good. It helps me with my creative juices. It stops me from needing to take not muscle relaxers, but like Xanax and stuff for my anxiety. Because that stuff makes you feel like a zombie, like that's the part of healing people don't talk about. Like, if you get prescribed medication, you have to start a whole new routine. You become a whole new person. So for me, that I couldn't do it. Like, I just couldn't. I had to figure out other things to do. So yeah, I like my cookies. I paint sometimes. I like my little baths, I yell at my kids in a healthy amount.
Somebody commented and said they're a wine mom, but they're shifting the weed. So, so you need to get those cookies on deck. Crystal, we were talking about, what do you do to relieve stress and self-care? Like, what do you do? I know you said you take a drive sometime, but do you do anything else specifically? Taryn smokes weed.
Lots of
She's a weed smoker. Lots of weed.
I tried smoking, but the only thing I seem to be able to smoke is ham and turkeys. So
why, Crystal?
I'm just saying. I mean, I tried it because listen. When I say I tried it for medicinal purposes, because I am a cancer survivor and going through chemo. They said smoke some weed to give you appetite. I ain't had, and that didn't do anything. But anyway, I do. Sometimes,
I'm gonna send you some cookies, Crystal, because I'm telling you, they will do something.
I'm just saying, as far as rolling and smoking, I have a very eclectic palate. I don't like aftertaste in my mouth. I won't eat anything with a sweetener. I don't like eating anything that leaves an aftertaste. Like, of course, food when you're eating it, that. But as far as the aftertaste, when I'm constantly like this, and then the weed, that is the reason. However, I do have my CBD gummies. I have my CBD treats. I have my CBD honey sticks. Those, but as far as relaxation, I don't take those for relaxation. I just take them because I like them and they're good. But for to relax, I will. I have a sauna that's in my room.
Oh, that sauna suit thing that you said?
It's not a suit. It's actually a dome.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And I will sit in the sauna, let the steam, put some eucalyptus in there, sometimes lavender. I will sit in the sauna. And it has pockets. So in the pocket will be my snacks, and I'll have my daughter bring me my drinks, tequila, of course. Yes, tequila all day.
Ooh, tequila makes me so feisty. I can't even with tequila.
Yeah, that was definitely in my younger days. Sometimes my girlfriends try, but oh God, the tequila. Whew.
Tequila with a nice cold MDG taster.
They said you didn't have the right batch. I guess the right batch of weed smoke.
Who, me?
In the comments, yeah, you need some different weed.
Well, listen.
I like Crown Peach. I did like Crown Apple, but now I like Crown Peach. So I will sip on that. I need to do that to calm my anxiety. So tell us a little bit about what you do, Taryn. I know you said you do a little bit of everything, but when people go to your website, what kind of services are they expecting to see? What should they contact you for?
Well, currently I'm working on helping people build websites, because I see all of these ads telling people, oh, well, we can help you I made $1 million in a year, and let me show you, and I'm gonna teach you how to do this. And they're not really teaching people anything really usable. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, I feel like if I'm going to charge $500 for a course, someone needs to have a website template built for them. They need to learn how to manage the website. They need to learn how to add inventory to their store, how to add drop shipping, how to do all these things. And I'm like, I've taken these courses and I've wasted money. And I started this new business because of Khadijah. I was asking her, hey, I don't want to do this. Do it for me. She's like, no, do it for yourself. So I'm like, okay, fair enough. I guess I got to make my own logo, do my own little stuff, because she's so busy with all her stuff. And so I started building websites, and people really like them, but I realized they're not helpful because I'm getting emails a week later. How do I do this? How do I do that? And I'm like, okay, so what if let's just make you a template so you know you like it, and teach you how to manage it yourself, because I can't do this every week. I can't do an email with 10 people every week walking them through simple things, but I can do a class. So we do a Zoom class and I show them how to manage their website. So far that's going really good. I enjoy using the Wix platform and Shopify to build their own little websites, and it's been really cool because I'm teaching them stuff they didn't know, like how to add drop shipping. A lot of people think that it's difficult and you have to pay for a course and learn how to do all this drop shipping stuff, when these platforms have made it really simple for you to do that. So that's the thing that I'm working on the most right now. The hair I've kind of got on the back burner because I don't feel like doing hair because of coronavirus. It's scary, and I don't want to provide hair services right now. So I'm kind of putting that on the back burner.
And that's important because you found a need and you found a solution to the problem. That's the best way to build a business. And I'm just excited that you decided to listen to me. I give out so much advice to everyone, and then people don't always take it. And then 5 years later, they're like, you know what I think I'm going to do? And I'm like, yeah, I told you that. But I'm glad you did it, and I can't wait to see your growth. So, Crystal, tell us about Go Beautiful. I could probably do this because I have every single product and I love them all, and you keep my skin popping. So, but I'll let you do your own promo though, because I love Go Beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Khadijah. I appreciate it. I appreciate you ladies so much for loving my wonderful product. Gobeautifull is a vegan, cruelty-free, carcinogen-free, gluten-free skincare line for, like I said, people with melanin. I was saying, women, but, men need skincare too. We cannot walk around looking 30 when we're 60, and our husbands who are 60 are looking like they're 80. So men need skincare too. I wanted to have a skincare line because after doing, for me being a cancer survivor and finding out all the chemicals that are in products, and specifically products that are catered to women of color. There are so many chemicals that you would not even believe that causes our systems to go haywire, that causes us to have higher levels of parabens and phthalates, all the different types of chemicals that causes cancer, that causes autoimmune disease, that causes all of these things. And I wanted Go Beautiful to be clean. I wanted it to be made in the USA because, again, with the USA, the America being the way it is, a lot of our manufacturers are overseas. And they did this way before we even became aware, because overseas, they put everything. They can put anything in our stuff and send it back to us. And in the US, the FDA allows a lot of things in our food, in our skincare, in our clothes that don't even allow in Europe, and overseas where they have our stuff. So Go Beautiful is made in the USA. Some of my products are made right here in my home, North Philly, North, Norf. If you're from here, you know what I'm talking about. And it can be used also for children too, because we need to also teach our kids about their skincare and how it's important. And, we all know the old adage that, black don't crack, but black can look whack and ashy. And it starts very young. All of my kids use it. I use my day cream. I use it on my son. My oil cleanser. I use it on his whole body because I don't know if you ladies have boys. They stink.
Yes.
I don't know what it is. And he's 6. He's 6. I don't know. So.
Too. 12, 13. Ooh.
We've had this onion underarm conversation, Crystal. Like we've had this conversation with the girls.
I got Paige is upstairs. Okay, I told Paige she needs to go upstairs because mommy has to go on her show, and she said, "You know what, Mom? I'm going to take a bath." Oh. This is 7:00. I don't hear no water.
Oh yeah.
I don't know why they are afraid of the water and being cleanliness. I don't know what it is.
My daughters like my bathroom. They like my tub. They want the tub with the jet so they can funk my tub up. And little trash ring around my little tub and then leave their tubs and showers all nice and clean. I don't understand that part. It's like every bathroom. That's ridiculous.
My oldest 2 were always interested in being clean. The youngest 2, Musa and the girls now, so he like to look good, smell good, good, So it's important now. I'm looking for my dad cologne, It's a long time. And you can't be putting cologne on a cover funk either. Get in the shower.
That's my biggest issue with my oldest, because of her autism. She feels like, what's the point? I'm not going anywhere. Right. I'm like, yeah, but you in my face and you in my air, and I gotta breathe this in. So, go ahead and jump in the shower. It's okay. You don't have to take a shower to leave the house. Just
we're never in it by ourselves. We're never in any of this by ourselves.
I have my daughter and my son do the 2-finger check. They have to hold up there when I say 2 fingers, they're like, "No, Mom, no." Yep, 2 fingers. Okay, take your 2 finger, go under your arms, go all the way across your nose. What's that? You like that? You know? Okay.
I don't care. She don't care yet. She don't care yet.
I'm like, take your 2 fingers, go down in your pants. They're like, Mom, please, no. I don't even care. Because this is what I smell. I don't know if it's not coming up all the way, but 2 fingers.
I'm gonna have to go there. I'm gonna have to go there and see how that works out. See?
So, Crystal, what is your number one selling product?
My number one selling product, it varies, believe it or not. In the very beginning stages, my number one selling product was my oil cleanser, because it's multi-purpose. It's not only oil cleanser, it also is a moisturizer. It also is a hydrator. You can also use it for your cuticles. So this is my number one seller for a while. And then I introduced my day cream. It hydrates up to 72 hours. So even after you can put it on Monday, your face will still be hydrated on Wednesday.
For this.
How was that? What'd you say? What was it?
She said
For this.
You too high? Oh, well, let me get you higher, baby. Okay. We're trying to go all the way up. And then for my my seasoned ladies, and we're not talking Lowry's, the charcoal mask. It's made with 3 clays. They like that it goes on, it dries, but once you take it off, your face is still moisturized, and it draws out all the impurities. It draws out all the impurities. It also softens your fine lines, even though we might not see our fine lines because we have that, what we call it, melanin. Okay. The lines are there. If you're smiling and you stop smiling and you still see lines, baby, that's a line. Those are fine lines. The charcoal mask will ease those right on out.
Yeah, because I got that frown line because I got that face. You know what I mean? So right here all the time. But I mean, you don't
the
really
bunnies. They call those the bunnies.
Yeah, I can't help it. It is what it is. I'm not mad.
Do you have something that helps remove hair, Crystal?
Do I have something that does what now?
Helps remove hair. I'm such a hairy person, and I'm tired of shaving and waxing.
I'm trying. See, I do not at the moment, because I'm trying to find something that doesn't have all of the chemicals, because I don't like. There are certain things that they put in hair removers. One of it is a metal, and metal being if you ladies go and get your mammograms, they tell you not to put on deodorant because some deodorants have metal in them, and also some hair removals have metals in them. They have an allowable amount of metal, but as we all know, some metals are cancer-causing agents. So I do not have any at this time. I'm not a hairy person, but being though, I'm coming up on 40 fine. December 27th. Mark the calendar, ladies, because it's going to be a movie. Every morning, I wake up with, a mustache and a goatee. And I will pluck, and I will, I'm a shaver. I will shave it, get it all nice and smooth. But by noontime, I've got my tweezers out, and I'm plucking at every stoplight because the billy goat just wants to come on out and say hello to the world.
My God. Yes. And it's not cute when your boyfriend want to come and do stuff like this, and you got stubble, and you like.
First of all, I don't want you waking up with a beard and a goatee. Like, I don't want you to wake up. Like, if you went to sleep and you didn't have it, I don't want you to wake up with that. That's
well. I'm gonna need you to get into it, because what you're seeing now was Crystal. You're gonna wake up next to Christopher, because it's coming. I don't know what I did. I don't know what's going on. I just know in the morning, be prepared. I prepare all the men folk.
Get on that. Get a product for that. Sadiva says. You need something called Goop. That was pertaining to the weed conversation. And Kendra, asked if there'll be any upcoming vending events to showcase the bestie services and products, a sip and show. Now we've had events planned, kind of threw everything off. We are thinking of doing a virtual event, but we have to work all that out. We still have all of our same vendors and sponsors just to see if we can get them on board. It was actually a senior care event, but there are some things coming up. You wanted to say something now?
I wanted to ask Crystal, has she thought about a subscription box for her product?
Yes, I actually did a questionnaire in the group as far as the subscription box. If it would be 3 certain products, or one person stated that they would like a subscription box and they could choose what's in the box. And the subscription box is on the table. I just need to work out. I don't know if I'm gonna have to change my platform. I'm on Wix, so I don't know if I need to change it on that platform. If they're able to handle it, and how to actually go about it, and with pricing. Pricing is really big. Pricing is really big. Yeah, pricing is really big because thanks to Corona Gene, some ingredients are behind, and have I don't know if the manufacturer is stockpiling them. Like, it's been very, very hard for me to get aloe. It's been very hard for me to get some of the oils that I use in my products. So, and then, I have to figure out. And then because of that, before Corona Gene, pricing was manageable. Now I have to factor in the pricing into the product. And I know, I'm a consumer too. And it has to make sense to me before I can make it make sense to my Gobeautifull beauties. So be on the lookout for a subscription box coming soon.
Okay.
And to let you know, Wix does have the ability for you to add a subscription box and, play with the pricing and stuff on it too. I was just showing it to a customer earlier.
Okay. I probably need to get off of Wix on my phone, because that's the, you need to. Well, listen, because, like I said, I'm a consumer's consumer. And if my phone is $1,200, it's going to give me my $1,200 worth of work. I'm just saying.
That's a lot for a phone. See, I don't know. I'm cheap when it comes to stuff like that. Like, I bought a pre-owned Galaxy for like $150. But I got a
Galaxy Note 9. I'm just saying, when it came out, it was $1,200. It's probably not $1,200 right now. They probably give $5 for it, but it's going to do what it's going to do. Yeah, I'm gonna get off the phone and get one of these privileged children that I'm rearing and have them give me their laptop.
I know that's right. Khadija, I wanted to also ask, while we're on the topic of subscriptions, would you like to talk about our subscription and some of the benefits that our Besties members receive?
Sure. So you go to www.joinbesties.com. Right now, we're not doing that much right now. We're kind of in a pause for a moment, because there's a lot of things that I want to do, namely a subscription box with the members of the VIP group. We're going to put all of our products and services in a subscription box and package it up. Basically, the whole goal and point of the membership is to create generational wealth will help the members create generational wealth for their families. We want to create millionaires. We want to all be self-sufficient, and we want to do it together. One of our principles is cooperative economics. And basically, we support each other. We buy from each other. We refer each other. I've been doing it for years. Naima's been doing it for years. And now we're just trying to get everybody on board who sees the mission. So I'm changing it from anybody who wants to join can join. You have to go through a process, because I want to make sure that you're really with the mission. We've had people join, and some people buy from others and then some don't. Some refer and some don't. So I want to make sure that you're really on board with the mission. This is near and dear to our hearts, and we really want to see everybody grow. So yeah, if you want to join right now, you can join. This $1 today to join. So you might want to hurry up, because probably when I get off of here, I'll be changing it. But I just want everybody to, be successful. I want them to be self-sufficient. In October, we have a domestic violence and Rape and Trauma Summit coming up is going to be big, but that kind of where things, being in a domestic violence situation, marriage, and you can't get out because you can't afford to do it. I want to make sure nobody else is in that same situation that I was in. If you're in a situation where it may be a rape trauma situation, you're dealing with something maybe personally for you or your children, and you can't get out because you can't afford to get out, well, we are going to help you to be self-sufficient so that you can get out, so you can always leave whenever you need to leave. So that is a lot. And it's even bigger than that. We always say that Besties is not just a Facebook group. It turned into that because of what you call a Corona gene, Crystal.
Corona gene.
Because of Corona gene. So we kind of had to push more on Facebook to grow. And, I'm happy with the growth, but we really want to get out and touch people and touch the community and just help. Just help. Naima is a social worker, so we just want to help our community. We don't want anybody, lacking. We don't want anybody's family suffering. We don't want you stuck in a situation that you can't get out of. So join Besties is $1. Joinbesties.com. You can join free group.
And that's so cheap for even having access to Khadijah, $1. Like, that's ridiculous. I can inbox Khadijah 15 different pictures with a slight variation and say, which one do you like the best? And she will literally go through each and every last one with me.
Yes, she will.
Like, Khadijah is such an asset for anybody to have to their business. I don't know Naima that well yet, and I don't know Crystal that well yet, but if they're connected to Khadijah, they're also assets. That's how I see it. $1 is just like, that's ridiculous.
Right.
I just want people to understand how passionate I am. It's not that we have our own businesses under our parent company, which is Dunbar, which you'll probably see. Besties is actually a nonprofit. So it's really about helping the people. It's really about, seeing the growth. And I've been doing it for so long, just because somebody messaged me or texted me. So I'm like, hey, it's obviously people out here who need the help, and I don't mind giving it. It's not going to stay $1. It's not going to stay $10 because I want to be able to get those big name speakers to come in and talk to us. I want to be able to get, scholarships. I want to be able to do retreats. Like, we had so much stuff planned, and then Corona came and just kind of threw everything off. So we're kind of just like flying by the seat of our pants, like, okay, what can we do next to keep everybody engaged until we can hit the streets again? You know what I mean? So
so many other businesses have to do right now too. Everybody has to do that. Everybody has to figure something else out, and you guys are doing awesome at figuring it out and keeping moving.
Right. We had to restructure. That's why I was like, let me just go back and do some homework, just so that we can structure and make sure that, what we're doing is legitimate, make sure that what we're doing is right, make sure that, what we're doing is beneficial, helpful, and we gain positive outcomes, but again, not for just us, but everyone that we're connected to, and those who they're connected to as well. So we're committed. Sometimes I got to take a step back because I'm dealing with physical stuff too, and it's like like Khadijah said, you got to be here for your family, and you got to model that, model how to balance things,
right,
and take cues from your own body, so when I'm going through that kind of stuff, I have those conversations with my children. But because I'm a social worker, I try to put into practice those things that I've learned professionally and apply those things to my personal life as well, so we're serious about this. It's amazing. I feel like this is the time for it. I feel like the timing is right for most of us in our lives. At this point, we're in our 40s and fabulous and things like that, and we know what it is that what we want out of life. So now it's just time for us to go and get it.
Yeah. And if anybody wants to support our upcoming summit, which is also, it's a big deal for us. We're going to be having some transparent moments talking about things that we haven't discussed before, all for the purpose of healing and helping other people. So if you want to support, or if you just want more information on it, you can either go to bestiesinbiz.com. I'll put that back up there. You can leave a message for us. If you want to be on the show, you can leave a message on that website as well. Crystal and Taryn, they are available in our free group. What's the name of the free group, y'all? I don't know the full name because I changed it. Hold on.
Besties in Business Free Group.
No, it's like Besties in Business, Building Business or something like that. I don't know what it is. Well, find Besties in Business.
It's out there. It exists.
And See, that's what happens when you sip Crown to knock off your introvertedness, and then you can't remember your own stuff. But
No,
go to bestiesinbiz.com and you can connect us that way.
Just tell them Google. Say Google me, baby.
Google me, baby.
Yeah.
Any last words, guys, before we end everything? No? Everybody good?
Thank you for including me. That's all I want to say. And I'm so happy that everybody got to talk about stuff that was important to them. And my cookie just kicked in, so I'm gonna ramble. Y'all can just go ahead and close this out.
For the people who can't see us, your website is dreambossbae.com. Yes. Crystal's website is Gobeautifull with 2 L's.com. So go to their websites, buy, shop. I think Crystal Cell's still on until tonight, right, Crystal?
Yes, it's on until midnight tonight, 45% off using the code BEAUTY at checkout.
Come on, y'all better go get that cell. All right, I love you all. Let me put on our little outro.
Thank you, everyone, for coming.
Bye. Thank you, guys.
Whenever I need motivation or encouragement, I listen to the Besties podcast on Besties Radio every Saturday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Hi, my name is Summer, and you are listening to the Besties podcast on Besties Radio every Saturday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
My name is Crystal Irvin, and you are listening to the Besties podcast on Besties Radio every Saturday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Whenever I need motivation or encouragement, I tune in to Besties the podcast, and that is on bestiesinbiz.com.